Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Quick Tea. And thank you for watching again. And please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So let's just jump right into it. Who we going to start with first? There's some quick tea that we got.
Candy and the whole situation going on in Xscape, the reality show, SWV, about who should be co-headlining the tour. Should they be co-headlining? Should Xscape be co-headlining? Should SWV be co-headlining? So Candy brought it up because it has to do with the ching money, if they have to co-headline, or should be SWV. I understand Candy's question because they make a lot of money. Xscape now. She mentioned about all her followings her and Tiny have, and the reason why they're even able to do some of the tours now is because of their following on Instagram, and they do a lot of free promotions on their Instagram page because they have tens of thousands of followers, millions of followers. With someone that have that kind of money like Candy, I know Candy's all about money. I think just for SWV, then again, like Coco said, they sold more albums than Xscape. I think they should co-headline. Candy ain't struggling for money. I don't know how much loss they would have if they did co-headline instead of being the headliners. But I think for this one night, they should co-headline. It's only one night.
I think so too. And I think like what, I don't know if it was Lily or the other one that said it. It's basically like, I get that they have a lot of following now because of the reality show, but it still doesn't take away history and the albums that SWV sold. And I know I get it. They have this newfound fame, but I don't know if I would consider that too. Just like Candy's advocating for herself, I would advocate for myself too if I'm SWV. Why can't SWV be leveled up by being with Xscape? Shouldn't I benefit if I'm an SWV? If you're this big conglomerate and big force out here now in the reality world, why can't I get some of that too? Like, let me get paid more too. Why do I got to get paid less because I'm SWV and you get paid more? I want to be compensated too. If you're this big force, the promoter should pay me too. Let's all get paid the same.
And I think someone said, I'm not sure if it was Coco or if I heard it somewhere else, but again, Candy and Tiny have a lot of the fame because they were on reality TV. But let's not forget, this is not about reality TV. This is about music. And SWV did make more hits and sold more albums than Xscape. So this is a tour based on music. So I think they should both co-headline. And SWV is not saying, oh, we sold more, we should headline. They're saying, they all put in the same amount of work. So I just feel like when Candy said, I was like, okay, Candy, you have more money than all of them probably combined in that group. And you're bitching and complaining about one night. Come on. That kind of...
And then she's comparing it. What'd you say?
It was a little bit too over the top money hungry because I feel like it's one night. How much are you're not going to lose millions and millions of dollars that one night if you guys were co-headlining? I don't think so. Because being split anyway by everybody in that damn group.
And yeah, but that's what I'm taking from Candy. Like, I don't even think they're going to split it though. Like, I think the way Candy's saying it is if they are headlining, they're still going to get paid more than SWV. That's what it seemed like Candy was saying. Like, SWV is going to get paid less because they don't get paid to their level. They're not on their level. So they're going to get paid more. SWV is going to get paid less, and they don't get paid what they get paid. So you're not going to be you're not going to headline with us because you're going to still keep getting paid these peanuts. So that's the part that I didn't like about what Candy was saying. It was basically like, why can't you help these sisters out if they don't get paid as much as you? Let's all get paid the same. Tell these promoters, pay them their worth like you're paying us our worth, and we're in this together. So she should be advocating for all of them as a force coming together with this tour.
So they feel, they at this point, they are more famous than SWV based on being on reality shows.
But does that really I wish that there could be like an experiment done or just like a show of hands or something. Like, who is really going to all of these shows that's based on the reality show, or is it based off the music? How many SWV fans are coming out to see SWV? Is it these fans that's watching the reality show and now they're saying to themselves, oh, I'm watching reality because I know I'm not going. I'm watching Candy and SWV, and it's not making me want to come out. I'm just wondering how many people are really watching a reality show that's really going out based on the reality show and based on Tiny.
As far as that, there is a point to that because again, they have millions of followers. Some people didn't even know about Xscape and stuff like until the reality show. Some people are Candy fans, younger generation than us, watch Atlanta Housewives. And Tiny's daughters, Tiny's kids, and like, oh, her mom can sing, she can do that. So, and also they do promotion. They pre-promotion. Oh, this account, there are millions of people watch.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to know how many of these. But I want to know. I want to know how many of these new fans exist. Or are the majority of people coming out old fans that really appreciated the SWV and the Xscape music? Or are the majority new fans that's from social media? I'm wondering, I tend to believe that it's more old school fans that's coming out to see who they really love. And that's either SWV or Xscape or both.
I agree. But the fact that Candy and Tiny can promote on their social media accounts says a lot more than SWV, because Candy and Tiny, the two of them, have more followers than all of the combined. And that is free promotion, free marketing.
But if we're doing something together and I have the means to help out our business deal and I got the means to do it and I have a social media great following, it's just like with me and you. If I have a better social media following with our podcast, should I be like, oh no, I should get paid more because I have a more social media following than you? No, we're in it together. I would never think that. That's something that we can utilize our strengths for. That's something, maybe there's something else that SWV can bring to the table, but that's just something, a part of what we all bring to the table. But do I think you should get paid more for that? No, exactly. That's just great.
And SWV is bringing their crowd there who may not like Xscape, because I like SWV. So now they're bringing even more people to these the tour than you would possibly bring, because some of these SWV fans are not Xscape fans, so they bring their own crowd too. So I wasn't feeling Candy on that, and I expected that maybe from one of the sisters, I don't know the names, that's not as financially stable or successful as Candy and Tiny, but for Candy to bring that up, I was like, really, Candy, you looking like it's looking bad, because that's way overboard because I know it's all based on money. And
that's what I'm saying. And I'm all about like bringing my sister up with me. Like if I'm coming up, I want us all to come up together. Yeah. So for you to like want to keep me down here and put your foot on my neck, like I just think it's kind of showing your true colors.
Yeah, I didn't like Candy. I'm not a big fan of Candy, but this made me look at her like,
Yeah, I get it. You a businesswoman. You got all kind of businesses and you are where you are. But it's like, come on, like if you can help a sister out to level me up, help me out. Level me up.
I agree. But I think the whole team did feel like Candy felt. Candy was the only one that was boisterous. I think Tiny and the other two ladies felt that same way, but Candy was the only.
Absolutely, they did, because they spoke out about it too on their I watched their podcast. Tiny and Tamika, all of them talked about it. Tiny she got a new podcast now that she's going to do with her daughter. So she put up the first episode last night. And she talked about that too. So she definitely is down with the Candy program too, about getting paid more because they have such this reality show big following.
People are all jumping on my sister Candy because she ain't like, oh, you talking about one city, you want a headline in one city, whatever it is. If we gotta split everything down the middle, give everything that our show is gonna have, that your show is gonna have, then we need to pay half the bill. It needs to be split down the middle. And if you don't want to do that, then we shouldn't have to be forced to share in that. SWV has had 5 albums. 2 of them, which is platinum. We've had 3 albums, and all of them are platinum. You know, if you're a viewer, you won't understand why we may say what we say. You know, it may come off to be like, oh, they think they better. Y'all like, who the hell Xscape think they is? They got 2-3 songs. That's all we know. And that's what y'all was saying. The verses goes down. The girls brought it. We brought it. And man, we went hit after hit, battle after battle. It was a great verses. I have nothing to say about it. All positive.
Than everybody else.
So the next quick hot topic on that show is the sisters. Now, I don't know their names.
Latasha and Tamika.
Okay, now Tamika is the one that's saying her sister stole her money. $30,000, not $30,000. I believe the girl. I mean, that episode, I think it was the first or second episode, that tear, that pain. I had a one teardrop. I believe that sister and that husband, Rocky, stole her money and her mother knew about it, which she did say in the confessional her mother knew because her mother said, oh, your sister was going through hard times at that time. I believe her. I saw the video of her with all the receipts. Every time her sister gets on there and talks about this situation, she goes around in circles. She never says anything to prove that she's innocent. The woman is guilty. Her husband's guilty. And she better watch it before the feds come from behind because she was forging signatures.
Yeah, and it's really like sad for Tamika. Like you said, like I feel even with her expressing about how her mom treats Latasha better than her. She's her favorite. And just the way that she spoke about it when she said, my mother's mad that this came out on TV and she's mad because her daughter stole from her sister. And the way she kind of even in that sentence right there tells me that it's like, she's kind of like the outcast. And it's just a shame to know like that, you know, it's so blatant that your mother does have a favorite. And then even the mother, I think the mother probably has the money too. Like maybe Latasha gave her some of that money because the way that she's defending this and not even like, even behind closed doors, like it's been like 10 years and no one's even like held themselves accountable or said sorry. Like that's why I came on the show, because no one held themselves accountable or even admitted it. Like, and I think that's where the hurt is coming from with Tamika and why it came out now. Because no one's ever admitted it.
I know, but the only thing with Tamika, you wait 10 years and bring it on camera. Like this was 10 years ago. Like,
but I think she, yeah, but again, like I said, that's the reason why I came on camera, because there was no resolution. Like if you stole from me and we still friends or we still sisters and you acting like everything is good, it is gonna, rear its ugly head at some point or another, whether it's on the show, whether it's out at lunch and I have an outburst, it's going to still, like, this isn't going to be, it's swept under the rug until it comes out from under the rug. Like, and I just think the show brought it out.
Stan, I don't understand why Tamika didn't confront her sister.
But who said she didn't?
She didn't. That's what, this is what the other one is talking about. Saying that Tamika, look, what's her name? Natasha said she never confronted her.
You're a liar. You go about what this thief is saying?
That's
please.
Why did confront her?
Yeah, I think it did come out. The mother knows. They all know. You saw when the mother looked at the camera, she was like, "Get them cameras out of here!
Turn off.
That's what I'm saying. This was all talked about before. And she said, "Mama, you know she stole that money." This was already discussed. It's just that now it's brought on the camera and we know about it. But it was discussed, but there was no resolution. There was probably no sorry, no nothing. The money was stolen from her and no one did nothing about it. Okay. And they just stole her money. You didn't even try to pay her back. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when it would keep coming out and, it would just keep resurfacing because no one's even trying to appease Tamika by giving her a penny back.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. I do. I really felt bad. Even watching this scene from mother, she has a lot of pain.
Yeah, she needs to get therapy. And to me, I just feel like, now the story yesterday, Latasha came out with another posting live, and she basically was saying sorry, crying, saying that she want to make it right with her sister and all this other stuff. And it's a shame because I think Tamika is one of those people that just wants to have a family. Like, I think she just, and that's where it comes from, why she didn't say anything for 10 years. It's almost like she'd rather just have love than like, so what, you steal and you stab me in the back and you're doing all this other stuff. All I care about is just getting your love.
Yeah,
and I think that's
from her mom.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to bring them back together. It's just Tamika wanting love. And I think Latasha's probably going to say sorry. She's going to keep denying that she took the money. Tamika's never going to see a penny of that money. And they're probably going to be back being like, it never happened again. So that's what's going to happen, because Tamika seemed to just have this undying love for her sister, which, I mean, I guess you are sisters, but there comes a point where you should have boundaries. You should have limits. Don't steal from me. Don't have your man stealing from me. Don't have your man stealing my sex tapes and all kind of stuff he's doing. It's a shame.
And now she's saying Latasha, she's saying that her and her husband has an open relationship. Because it came out he was with another woman. Now all of a sudden she's saying they have no relationship. And a lot of people in this gospel world ain't too thrilled with her. Their gospel album is not gonna do well.
I don't think it should.
And you talk about having an open relationship. A lot of these Christian people don't believe in that stuff.
Yeah, like she needs a public relations advisor immediately. Because whoever told her that this was a good idea to come out and say that, like, if anything, she should be coming out, even if they are what they do want to have their whole, like, you know, open relationship, he cheating on her left and right, whatever. But to us, to the world, I will be putting on a front like, yeah, he did me dirty. I'm about to kick him to the curb. I will be putting on
about it. Don't even mention it. Nobody asked her that question. She went on home live and mentioned it.
No, but I guess maybe not say none, but I would want to get some sales from this and make people feel sorry for me. I'm sorry. I would spin this like no tomorrow. I would spin this into something. I'm not going to just sit there and not say nothing. I want to spin this into converting into sales. So to me, come on here, have a pity party for yourself. Say you sorry. This man did you wrong. He made you steal from your sister. You sorry. I would say all kind of stuff to make it right with the world, with the gospel community, and with my sister.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't like her. I don't like her just watching the show. So that album is going to be...
That's what I'm saying. But she has a moment if she would just get a public relations advisor, I think that she could spin this into something positive for herself.
I don't know about that. Next topic, Eva and her husband getting a divorce. Not surprised. They would look odd to me anyway. They didn't look compatible. It was just, they look odd to me.
Yeah, he didn't even win. Didn't he run for mayor? He didn't even win it. He probably, I don't know. I wasn't like that either. I mean, I guess you got to be supportive of your man, but he just didn't look like, first of all, I think they started, huh?
He didn't look like her type.
He didn't look like her type. And to me, it was like, she's like this, like, model, beautiful, like, and then you get with a man. Weren't they like faking having a house, or their house went to foreclosure, or like all of this like fakeness going on, and you got a man and you still have to fake it until you make it? Like, so that was the part that was a blaring red flag, like, to me. Like, you with a man and you still got to fake having, like, money.
Something was up. It was something about either they faked that they owned the house or rented. It was something that. And then she was
renting a house, and I think she did pretend, like, remember, she didn't want people coming over to her house. Then when you did see the house, it looked right. And, not to say anything is wrong with that, but to me, you're Eva. Like, you are beautiful. Not that means anything, but I just feel like she's able to get, like, a certain type of class of men. And not to say like he's not classy, but to me, if I got to get with a man and I still got to be renting, and I'm a supermodel and I had all these deals on the table, my housewife, and I still got to be renting homes, I still have to pretend that I'm like living in an affluent lifestyle, and I got a man here, something's wrong.
Yeah. So I don't know. They get a divorce. I ain't care. The only thing I do remember was her son. Her husband was supposed to adopt her son. I don't know how that's turning out. That I think the kids are going to be affected by it, because her daughter was really close to him and considered him his dad. And it was an episode she was supposed to adopt her.
And it's sad, like when you break up and then you got one father that's a deadbeat, and then the other kids got a father. You were supposed to adopt them. Now you're not adopting it. Now the kids got a father, and now I'm left without a father.
Yeah,
I'm back to square one.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is gonna bring her back to Atlanta Housewives because now she's single with a storyline. Yeah. Who knows? Will she be coming next season?
I don't want her back though. I just feel like she's a liar. Like I don't trust what she says. Like, you know, she got this memory. She always forgetting shit. Like I don't want her back. I don't think she's good for the Housewives franchise.
Yeah. She tried to act like something she's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want her coming on pretending. She probably gonna spin this into something like, oh, we're good. Everything is great. We just are best friends now. And nothing else to say about it.
Well, now she's an actress. She has a whole own show on BT.
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't watch it. It's on like, where is it on, like
BT
Lifetime or something?
BT Plus, I think all the men, Queens of Men or something like that. Men's Queens, something about Queens, something. All the
okay. Mm-hmm.
So next story, Married to Medicine, there is a possibility that Quad may not be coming back. I need Miss Quad back. I mean, the show is different about Quad. We need Quad. Like, I don't know. I like Quad. I think she brings something to the show. I like her relationship with her and Dr. Heavenly. I want to see how she's going to interact with her ex-husband and his new wife, who supposedly looks like Tocha. It's going to be a messy mess. And I wanted to see it.
And it seems like...
what's her name coming back? Ooh, what's her name again? Phaedra.
Oh, yeah, Phaedra's back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And they're friends. Like, that would be a great duo to see in action.
Correct. And it's also a great duo to see them go at each other. So not having Quad, I think, takes away from that show.
And I do think right now they're in negotiations with, like, Quad and Bravo, because when people are asking in Quad's social media, Quad's response was, we're still in contract negotiations. So to me, it seemed like Bravo needs to back that Brinks truck up to Quad's doorstep and stop playing. Because if I was Quad, I would do the same thing too. You got to advocate for yourself. It's kind of like what we said with Candy is great. You advocating for yourself. So should SWV and so should Quad in this instance. Because it's basically like, there's no Dr. G, that's his name, the ex-husband. There's no Dr. G without Quad. There's no Dr. G and his fiance without Quad. Quad is bringing this. That's the connection that's bringing them onto the show. Without Quad, it's going to be boring, them on the show. What would they bring?
Unless we don't know her personality, though. We don't know her personality. The wife, Dr. G's born as hell, but we don't know the wife. We don't know. She might bring some tea. We don't know.
Yeah, but it's gonna know to throw Quad in that mix. That's what's gonna really get the viewers watching.
I think Quad doesn't like the situation. I think she was blindsided when she found her ex-husband was gonna be on the show. Like, what? This is what Bravo's gonna try to do to me? I need more money. You guys
exactly
have double, triple to bring me in this mess. Because remember, they're gonna go on Quad. I think it's the only single one there. And now Phaedra's supposedly dating a doctor. They're gonna have that trip. They always have the cast trip. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be dinners. They're gonna have gatherings, all that stuff. And Quad is gonna be there by herself with this G ex-husband rubbing his new fiance in her face. I don't know if I would want to be on that show. I mean, she needs the coins, but it's not like a good situation to be in.
I would absolutely do it. What? I would be on that show.
Yeah, but the thing is, Quad, you got to remember, Quad had love for this man. They got divorced for whatever reason, but you got to think you married this person, you were in love with this person. You might still have some feelings towards him, even though she acts like she doesn't. He is with another woman. Supposedly, she's a good-looking woman. They're happy, and you in their face and have to see them almost daily to work with them and try to act like you okay and you single? No, sir. I mean, she gotta hide it. She gotta have to hide that.
Maybe when it comes to, like, to me at this point, like he's getting married again. To me, that ship has sailed. Get over your feelings. Get over it. Let's talk business. This is about business at the end of the day. You got to separate the two. And I'm sorry, I know how to separate business and my feelings. I'm not going to be in the dumps over no man that done moved on. I'm sorry. My feelings, my worth is so much more than that. And I feel like Quad knows that. And that's why she's telling them, back that Brinks truck up. Okay, back it up. And that's how I would be, because I know my worth. Don't play with me when it comes to like my money and my security and these people that you're bringing onto the show. And I'm going to give you a show. But you must compensate me for that.
I agree. And they know but the thing is too, Bravo needed to spice things up for Quad. Quad was born as hell last season. Let's be honest.
True.
Nobody really cared about. Not to say the little boy was cute, but nobody really. That wasn't a storyline. You raising your nephew. Your mother is not entertaining. It's not like she had a mother like Anila. Her story, like, she didn't really have anything. She was just stringing along, going on each other. There was nothing of substance with Quad. So now she is really on the backs of that new couple, because she has to stir up or try to be involved and try to maybe whatever she's going to try to do, she's going to add to the career. Bravo basically gave her a storyline. That's what he did.
I think that's true too, but I do think it still is bringing spice to the show that's well needed. Like all of them, like they need it. Didn't they fire what's the name?
Tocha.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, they're shaking things up over there as they should. And I think that's a great idea, but they still need to compensate Quad for the storyline that she's going to bring. Like they're attached. Like Dr. G is there because of her. Like it's still like you said, the wife might bring a personality, but she might be boring. But we all know we all know the history. So that history means something, and it's going to keep our eyes glued to the channel just on the strength of knowing that this is her ex. Like, we don't know what the wife is going to bring, but we're going to be glued to the TV because of Quad.
Correct. But we don't know if it would. I see what Barbara's trying to do because we're going to watch, but would there really be drama? That's a question, because she's married, she's happy married, her husband. Quad was on her live one time. She's very happy. She congratulated him when he proposed. So I don't see Quad trying to start conflict with them. Now, if anything, maybe the wife, maybe him. They had to bring in more than Quad, because it'll look crazy if she starts conflict with the wife or the ex-husband.
I think she should say something. I think something should happen. And listen, if I get on the show and I'm negotiating and they give me what I want, like, I'm going to bring it. And I don't know, I might have to do what they all do it. They all conjure up and manufacture up beef. I might give them a little show, give them something that they came looking for. Quad need to do something.
She's going to have to think of a storyline, because it looks like off camera, there's no issue. He's living his life. He's married. The woman's not talking about Quad.
Yeah, but they're not all together. We don't know the dynamics when they all get together.
They don't have any kids together. She's not the new wife is not playing the stepmom role. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what conflict could transpire.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but it's still, we don't know. So that's why they still need to put Quad in that situation. Like you said, it is going to give us a storyline, but they still putting her in a situation which, like, either she's going to sink or swim. But in order for me to get into the water, you need to compensate me. And hopefully she'll substantiate her existence. We're not going to know until the season is in full swing. But they need to provoke her and entice her to go along with this storyline.
Yes. Well, supposedly they started shooting, and I think they're like on the second week of shooting. Quad hasn't shot any scenes yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta wait and see. But I really
She's waiting for them to back that truck up and unload that cash.
Or
those bags.
Waiting to shoot a couple of scenes and see what the dynamics are. And they're like, okay, this is definitely boring. We need to pay Quad and bring her in.
I think that's what's going to happen.
See the wife's, because if the wife's personality could carry a show, they may X out Quad maybe. If Dr. G's wife's personality is like, oh, okay, she could bring the tea against Heavenly. Because remember, Heavenly and her could go at it, because that could be where the drama started. Heavenly could not be close with that lady. Who knows? And then that's Quad's friend, and I don't know, but we'll wait and see what's going on.
Oh yeah, and I did see a picture with Dr. Simone with Dr. G and the wife. I mean, the fiance. So that could be another issue too with Quad.
That's what I'm saying. It might not be Quad and the wife.
That's true.
Quad and the ladies.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So that's another reason why they need to compensate Quad to put her through this mess. And if she's gonna bring us a show, like I said, she needs to sink or swim at this point. And hopefully she'll be worth the money that Bravo's spending.
Yeah, because last year they shouldn't have paid her nothing because she didn't bring anything to that show last season.
Well, we're going to see. This might be the determining factor, is it if she's going to come back or be friend zoned again.
And I'm happy
fired again.
And Neela's gone. They were not good.
Yeah, Neela should have been. She should have never been brought back this past season. That was I already knew from the first season that she should not even be a housewife. This was a big mistake. When you got nanny storylines, kids crying on cue because of the nanny, that was the worst storyline I've seen.
I'm just surprised they let Contessa go because she and Heavenly are going at it. I figured they would have let that go on to this season. I'm really surprised they let Contessa go.
True. I'm surprised too because they should have had some resolve. Like that could have been a part of another juicy topic later on. Like maybe, either they keep going at it or they have some resolution and we see the resolution. That would have been good. A good storyline.
Yeah, I don't know if they should have let her go at least this season because her and her didn't make up. I think they should have brought Contessa back at least this season.
Next topic is the Atlanta Housewives trailer.
I mean, it looked good. It looked better than last year. I see Juice talk about her husband or her divorce of Ralph. I'm happy they have that on there. Seems like Candy had a couple of arguments with some of the ladies. And that was it. It was, to me, it seems like it was it moved pretty quickly. And I don't remember any highlights. I just remember Candy. Oh, they had Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Sherry's new boo. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, it looks like Marlo and Candy are going to really go at it this season. Yeah. And I don't know, the new Housewives, I'm wondering what they're going to bring. I saw like 2 new ones or friends or something. So it looks like it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting. And like you said with Drew, she was already crying in front of the camera. So from what I read, is that they had already ended the season and then the divorce papers were served. So it's kind of like they unpacked the bags, production, and started rolling the cameras out again to get that into the scene. So it was great timing. Not that it's great to get a divorce, but it was good that they are including that into the season. I'm happy they got that.
The season to be over to file for divorce, thinking, it'll have to be on air. They're like, you still in the contract till a couple of weeks.
I know. We're going to unpack these bags, start rolling.
Yeah, Marlo, act like you just saw this on social media because Marlo's like, oh my God, did you guys see this? Yeah, they got all of these on deck.
Yes, exactly.
The last 2 episodes probably of Drew and her husband.
Yeah, it's gonna be juicy because that's gonna be interesting to see what and because you don't really know like what brought this about. Like who cheated on who? And it sounds like is Drew a lesbian now? She has pictures up with the not housewives.
Love and Hip Hop, Mimi's ex-girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. Somebody cheated on somebody's cheating in that relationship.
Well, we know Ralph, allegedly.
Well, exactly. We don't know yet. We don't know where he was at when he was on his Florida trip. It never, came out.
We'll see. Well, at least Drew has an interesting storyline, not her workout company. So she has something going on this season.
Okay, yeah. So next topic, Ultimate Girls Trip. I actually liked it. I started watching some of the season. I binge watched like the first 4 episodes, but they kind of like, you said that you don't like the concept of Ultimate Girls Trip.
Not really. Because I would prefer if they were maybe bringing women maybe that have conflict and see if they could resolve it. I just feel like if you're going away, where are they now? In Portugal, I think.
Thailand.
Thailand. You going away on a trip like that, and they're just bringing random girls, not even people your nemesis or people you don't like. I don't think so. I don't know the show. I want to enjoy my trip. Like it to me, it looks like
a trip with a housewife. There's no enjoyment of trips and stuff like that.
Yeah,
when
it looked like it was be fake beef because a lot of the women don't even know each other.
But that's where the beef comes in. Like there's reality shows. There's really experiments like that. Real World. That's when I started watching reality shows, when they put strangers together to see how they will react to each other. I love that concept. I always did. Like, that's why I started watching Real World. And I think with this concept, with Ultimate Girls Trip, they put like the women together. There's definitely a psychology behind this, like certain personalities they're putting together.
See, that's the thing, because a lot of the women, I don't know who they are. So I tell them, I'm like, who's this woman? What housewife is she? What show is she on?
Yeah, if you don't watch all the Housewives, it may not be that interesting, but it's still interesting when you watch some of the Housewives, because it's still interesting to see the dynamics between Porsha and Candace, or Giselle and Candace, or Giselle and Porsha, like seeing them together and how they are in a mix amongst
those
them.
are the three I have. I know, but I mean, Portia's always good TV.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's still good. And yeah, the other girls, it still was interesting for me to watch with Porsha being there. And even though you don't know the other housewives, it's great to see how they try to provoke her, or she tries to provoke them and ask about the Simon situation, for instance. Like Candace did. Candace is trying to earn her paycheck, I see. Her little 4'11" self, or 5'1", whatever she is, she was really coming at, like, provoking Porsha.
Really? And well, now they're good friends, supposedly. She even went to Portia's wedding.
Well, was that before? Well, I don't know.
After Ultimate Girls Trip.
No, they got married before Ultimate Girls Trip, I think, right?
Oh, I don't know, but I know she went to her wedding.
Well, I don't know how it's gonna be now and how this season is gonna end, but I think Portia's already married for the Ultimate Girls Trip.
They're not getting along, because from what I thought, from what I know, well, Candace was gonna watch What Happens Live. She's like, oh yeah, me and Porsha were good. I even went to her wedding.
Yeah, but I think the Ultimate Girls Trip, but I don't know what's gonna come out of this, because it could make or break them. I don't know but I do think that Portia's already married in this, and that's already, done with. It was great then. Who knows how they're gonna be after the Ultimate Girls Trip? Because it seemed like, so Candace, for one scene, they in Thailand, they getting ready to go to see, like, in Thailand, they got like the trans women. They're known for having like a lot of like beautiful trans women in Thailand. So Candace, it was her night to get them together and like organize whatever. So she came up with like a name ceremony where she named the women. First, she started out with Giselle. Giselle's nickname was Shanita Man. Shanita, but Shanita Man. So then she went on to Porsha, and then her nickname was Shatuka Man. So you could tell in Portia's face, like she was not feeling that at all. So I do like that she did clear the air and with her, and was basically like, we're not feeling that, you kind of like, you gave everybody all these nice, like, lovey-dovey names, and to us is Shatuka Man and Shanita Man. So I like that Porsha kind of like, but let me just back up. For Candace to actually come at and provoke Porsha, she really got some set of balls on her.
Well, maybe because Portia's a changed woman.
That's true, because it showed in this scene right here, because they laughed it off, and I do love their responses. They did not react. They laughed it off, but then afterwards you can see like Porsha kind of bothered her. So she kind of cleared the air and was like, I didn't take nobody's man. I met him. He was in my inbox. He came out. I made sure the divorce papers was signed. It was sitting on the judge's desk, and then it got signed. But, I didn't take nobody's man. But I love the way, like, Porsha just seems like a much happier woman now. I do like that side of her. And I think, like, it does make her, like, I don't know, she gives off this, like, happy air about her, where she's not taking things as personal as she would have before.
She's more confident in herself in her relationship. That's what it is, probably.
Mm-hmm. And then here go Candace, the situation with Giselle. You know, she brought that up again about the Chris situation.
And what happened then? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're going, this is why I don't watch the show.
I mean, I think that is good to get some behind the scenes. Maybe they could have had a resolution, but of course they didn't. She once again tried to bring up the subject with Giselle, and that's why I'm team Giselle on this, is because Giselle was like really not wanting to talk about it. It was like it would not have been brought up if Candace did not bring it up. And Candace found a way to bring it up with one of the housewives. She brought it up with the I forgot that Lisa or whatever her name is. From New York. Candace started talking about the whole hotel situation with one of the other housewives. So the housewife went back out and ran back out and was like, Giselle, you acting like you all of that, but you accusing somebody's husband of sexual harassment. So that's when Giselle was like, I didn't accuse nobody of no sexual harassment, and I really don't even want to talk about this right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just love the way Giselle handles it, because she does not want to keep doubling down on this. And it seemed like Candace won't let it go with Giselle. But we're like, again, and you know where I stand with this, I just don't understand. I want to see a scene where Candace is approaching Chris and telling him what part he played in this. Leave Giselle alone at this point. Now go deal with your man.
And she did. She just didn't do it on camera.
Yeah, but I'm getting tired of her like reaming Giselle over this constantly. Like, now we in another franchise with the Ultimate Girls Trip, and you still talking about how your husband inappropriately went into another woman's hotel room.
That's true. That's what I said. I don't watch it. It seems like I don't watch it because I only know 3 of the housewives on there. Maybe if it's a cast of more housewives that I know, but I don't know any of the other ladies. Do you know any of the other ladies that's there?
I know all of them because I watch all of the franchises. Yeah. It's Miami is there. New York. It's Miami, New York, you know, Portia from Atlanta, Potomac, and Salt Lake City.
Don't watch the other ones. They don't have anybody from Married to Medicine.
No. And Portia and Giselle seem to be like a good duo together. Like, they're like really friends. So they kind of like have this.
Was it Chat Room? They had a show together on Bravo.
Yes. And speaking of which, Candace approached Portia about her basically aligning with Monique and feeling like Monique was right in that instance of the beatdown.
Oh, okay. I guess Portia made a comment about it in the chat room.
Yeah, she did. You probably didn't see that, but she did. She basically was saying that, you know, Candace might have threw a drink, and that's what provoked Monique to beat her down. And Candace stance on Ultimate Girls Trip was basically like, you said something that wasn't true. Like, and you basically said it to have like Monique's back, but you weren't there. You don't know what happened. And you having this false narrative that did not take place. So Portia's defense was, I'm going by what my friend told me, the facts that my friend said. But Candace is basically like, that's not facts. Like, that's not. Like, let's. So I like the way she kind of like shut Portia down a little bit, because I do think Portia was like, come on, that was wrong. She got beat down. Like, how are you going to make that seem like it was right?
Oh, so she's friends with Monique, Portia.
Yeah.
So all in all, it seems like Candace is really going for Portia in this.
She definitely is provoking Portia. She's definitely doing little jabs here and there.
She probably doesn't like her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, this had to be after, you know, the marriage, after Portia's marriage, because they seem to be kind of on shaky ground here.
I don't know. I thought they were cool because Candace said she went to the wedding. So I don't know when this was shot.
Yeah, I gotta look it up.
Portia's been married for a while. You're right. I don't know when this is, because Portia's been married for a while now. I mean, unless they fell out. I have no idea because I don't watch the show.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you think this was before or after Portia's marriage?
Oh, we could Google it.
The watchers can let us know.
So that's it. It wasn't that quick of a tea, but it was a tea. We gave you enough tea. We gave you a long tea, not a quick tea today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So please consider to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave comment. We will respond. Please follow us on Facebook and TikTok and on Instagram.
Toodles. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button.